Hello Gearspace, this is Nicholas from SoundForce at Superbooth 2022, and I'm showing you the new modules that I have with me today. I have a 6 HP Micro Dco, which is a compact version of my DCO oscillator with MIDI input, including MIDI channel selection. It's exactly the same circuit as the big DCO, which is up here, to the exception that the FM attenuator has been removed, and that the PWM now, it's either without CV a manual control, or with CV an attenuation of the pulse width CV. So there are two modes. You can either use just the MIDI and have really accurate tracking, or you can mix the MIDI and the volt per octave to transpose with, for example, a volt per octave on a keyboard. But if you really want digital tuning without any detuning, not even a few cents, you can use the MIDI-only input. It's now next to the Micro VCF6 that I announced at the last Superbooth in September, so they go well together. This one is similar to its big brother, without the VCA and the high-pass filter. I also just released the Dual Lfo Module, which is a 2-channel syncable LFO. So you can use the tap inputs to actually very tightly synchronize the LFO, just the frequency, the period of the LFO to an incoming clock. And you can also multiply and divide this clock built in the module with this control. You can also run it free, and for free mode there are 3 time ranges. Also nice, there's CV control over the waveform choice, and this control either the time multiplication or division, or the free control of the frequency. You also have for each LFO a bipolar, -5+5 output, and a unipolar 0+10 output. So you can drive 2 different things at the same time with one LFO. I also have a little drum module, which is another version of my original sample module. And this is something with, it's loaded with Lindrum samples, drum samples. The last 3 channels can be either the toms or the percussion sounds. So I'm gonna run a little drum demo so you can hear it sounds, and also run a little bit the Micro Dco with some of the LFO waveforms. What you can hear on the filter cutoff is the modulation of the time division of the LFO, and it can go through divided by 8, by 5, by 4, by 3, by 2, by 1, and multiplied by the same ratio. So you can do fairly irregular and interesting timing things. That this can be also used to trigger, for example, a drum, and you can do sort of trappy beats. And you can also, of course, use the first LFO to modulate the second one. And they both of them have sample and hold, so you can add a lot of chaos and non-repeatable patterns by using the last waveform, which is the sample and hold. So the Micro Dco is going to be available at the end of May after Superbooth, and the other modules are they're available and they're shipping right now. The Lindrum module is also going to be available at the end of May.
Prices?
All the drum modules are 119 euros. That's European price, including Dutch tax, the Dutch VAT.
100 without.
Yeah, something like this. The Micro Dco is going to be 259, and the Lfo is 179. So yes, that's all for this year. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next year.